Welcome back. It's Kevin Toll Reads, where today we're doing the weekly wrap up. This is going to be a different one, it feels like, at least to me. I did no book reviews this past week because I didn't finish anything. Um, I got a lot of reading done, but I also did a lot of other things related to the channel, and so I have that feeling of failure, but also success, so it's kind of weird. So let's dive right in and talk about books I read this past week. I finished off this collection, The Coming of Conan the Cimmerian. I did my review of the Hyborian Age, which is kind of like an extra backstory and history of Conan lore and mythology, races, traits, where things come from. I really enjoyed that. You should check that out if you haven't, especially if you're a big nerd or like to geek out about Conan. But it definitely capped off my episodical review of this omnibus collection of the Coming of Conan the Cimmerian by Robert E. Howard. So check that out. I started reading in this collection The Hour of the Dragon, otherwise known as Conan the Conqueror. I'm going to finish that in the next couple days, as we are going to be doing a book discussion live with the Elusive Exclusive Book Society, EEBS. And so more information about that, I will post a thumbnail up here so you can check that out. Definitely am looking forward to that. There's going to be some special guests too, or some secret guests, but I will be on there with Jake and Tim and Nick. And yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. You definitely want to check that out. I will probably have to make sure I come prepared. I also started reading Lando, which is book number 7 in the Sackett series. This and Sackett, which is book number 8, are books I need to get read in January to stay on top of the Wagon Train read along. We're reading through all the Sackett series, so I started that. I will finish that in the next day or two. Obviously, this was the big one, Lonesome Dove, the first 25 chapters, about 240 pages. I got that finished, and we did our live stream last night. You definitely want to check that out. It's on Rowdy Player One's channel. A lot of fun. It was really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to the other 3 live streams that we have, and they're every 2 weeks, and so I'll talk more about that. And then I read 2 really good short stories. I read With Folded Hands from Jack Williamson in this Science Fiction Hall of Fame collection. And no, Bob, I did not steal this out of your storage, but it was really a lot of fun. I will be on the lookout for Williamson's other books because I really liked his writing. And thanks to Book Chat with Pat, I took the dive into my first Miss Marple murder short story from this omnibus collection of the Miss Marple stories from Agatha Christie. Really enjoyed it. It was the tape measure murder, otherwise known as, I think it's the murder of the jeweler, something like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was really, really good. I liked Miss Marple as a character. I definitely am going to be reading more. So as you can tell, I did a lot of reading. I don't feel like I progressed. There's just so much going on reading wise, and we'll get into that as well. So let's talk videos this past week. I did 8, which is right where I kind of want to be. I don't want to be doing double digits like I have in the past. And so I did not post on Friday. There's a couple good reasons for that, but I definitely needed a day off. We had a funeral the day before. A lot of us we were tired, and we were mentally, emotionally exhausted. So, and then I just wasn't prepared for the Why You Should Read video that I was going to do on Friday. So I didn't do that. I didn't do that video, but everything else I did follow the schedule. And so I did 8 videos, did From the Shelves, a book tag. I did a poetry tag, which was a first for me, thanks to Linda at Elder Talk. I did another video in the Let Me Know, talking about genres that surprise you. I did a What Are You Reading? I did obviously the Conan Hyborian Age review. I did Saturday Shorts, and we did the Lonesome Dove live stream last night, which was a lot of fun. Again, check that out on Rowdy Player One's channel. You definitely want to check that out. It's a lot of fun. Another thing I kind of want to throw out there too, I did about 10 days ago, I did the New Year, New Me book tag, and I've been slowly posting people that have participated in this tag so you can see other channels that are participating and picking this up. I'm really shocked by it all. There's been 21 different channels participate, and so I've kept track of how many reposting I'm doing of all of these different channels that are doing it, which is fantastic. And so I have had 21 posts on all about that. And then also James at James Ruchala, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, James, if I mispronounce it, but he did a remix of the tag, and I thought it was really, really well done. He kind of took the tag and flipped it, because, it just made it his own. And I thought it was really good, and people are picking up on that as well. So that was really, really good. So let's talk BookTube community. James at Little Big Library was like, hey, you need to figure out how to scroll these below the bottom, and I haven't figured that out yet. And honestly, I just haven't had the time this week to look into it. I don't know if my software that I use to edit will even allow it, but we're going to roll through a lot here. So Book Chat with Pat, Little Big Library, Books I'm Not Reading, Lynn's 12, Rowdy Player 1, Ian and Becca Comics, Colonel Mustard in the Library, Xanadu Castle, Bing Lamb, Josh Dean, 5449, Ted Red Instead, Some Other Character, Faceless, Another Bibliophile Reads, Fox and Fiction, Pulp Mortem, Random Reading Pathways, James Ruchala, Hannah Books, Bookstalgic, Paper Pages Possibilities, Jim's Books Reading Stuff, Adventures in Literature, Novel Insights, Twice Born by Grace, Elder Talk, Just Dawn 6288, Hypersanity Books, Trav's Bookshelf, Read and Reread, Forever Dissenting 3675, Brian M.R. Pronic 1, already overbooked, Marna Sorensen 988, BookBuds, Fainer 27, Robert G. Reader of Books, History Lit, Rayner Books, Eric's Bookshelf. And then I had a ton that I kind of set aside because I wanted to make specialize these, but these are all new over the last couple weeks. So I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to these people for subscribing. Sean P. Stitches, Reading Robbie, Lifestyle Deals, Rayner Books, Herbal Maiden, Herbal Maiden, David Novak Reads Poetry, Uncommon Reader, The Book Hermit, Bailey Books and Sport, X300 People's X, Dr. Metalpin, Lovaz Orsi, Meg Purdue, Lynn Hall, Tammy Esposito, Tim Van Haverbeck, I think that's how you pronounce that, Books, Songs, and Other Magic, Joseph David Quinton, and Logan's Reads. Those are all new subscribers to the channel, and so I want to thank you all for that. Fantastic. James at Little Big Library, I will try to see if I can this week if I can figure out how to make those scroll across the screen. And so let's talk comment of the week. I have two of them. One is from Trav, from Trav's Bookshelf. He gave this very old English response, and I will share that up here on the screen with you so you can see that. I thought it was really, really well done. Kudos to Trav. And then Rowdy Player 1, I did a video where I was talking about, my favorite booktuber, and Rowdy played off of that. And so I will post his video up here so you can see it as well. In terms of booktuber spotlight this week, I have 4 this week. Before I dive in, I do have some news. Get the tense or present, past tense. I have some news that's upcoming that I wanted to share a couple because these are near and dear to me. Lethal Prey, which is the next Prey book, comes out in March. So much for being completely caught up on that. So I'm looking forward to that. As I've shared and posted, season 3 of Reacher on Prime comes out February 20th. Definitely looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. And then Stephen King is writing another Talisman book, Talisman 3, based on, I guess, a recommendation or an idea that Straub gave King before his passing. And so King has been posting about, working on that. So that's exciting. But Booktuber Spotlight, we are going to talk about 4 booktubers today that I definitely think you should check out. The first one being Brian M.R. Pronic 1. Brian is a fellow Illinoisan and buddy of mine and lives down Southern Illinois, and he has a fantastic channel. He's well read. He reads a ton of different stuff, some very obscure stuff. He is always good for a long comment and witty comment. Definitely just keeps things very light. Not afraid to make fun of himself and put himself out there in the comments, and I think he has a great channel. I think he's hard on himself, but he shouldn't be. Definitely should check out Brian's channel. Albert at Albert the Conjugator, another witty, dry humor individual. I love Albert's videos because he's just matter of fact, tells it like it is, gives you, here's what's going on, like it or don't. I can really respect that. He's into music and some other shows. It definitely has that East Coast New York kind of vibe to him. And so you definitely should check out Albert at Albert the Conjugator. Christina, Paper Pages Possibilities, another booktuber that I've become friends with over the course of the last couple of months, does a fantastic job. Very positive, loves to read a plethora of genres, really passionate about her videos. You definitely want to check out Christina. She definitely is very active in the community, commenting, viewing videos, helping others. She does a really good job. And then last but not least is Novel Insights. Dr. Logan at Novel Insights, one of my long-term buddies on BookTube. He even has a series called Toll Tags because I tag him in everything, all these book tags, and it became kind of a running joke, and he just went with it, and I think it's fantastic. We do a lot of buddy reads. We have our books and dumpster fire discussions, which we're planning another one in the coming months, as well as buddy reads. He provides a very unique aspect and perspective to books, I think, because of his background, and he reads a lot of thrillers, a lot of books that I like as well. You should check out Novel Insights. And so let's talk about upcoming reads that I'm going to be having. Obviously, we're going to be making our way through the next 200 odd pages in Lonesome Dove. That is going to be coming. We're going to do another live stream. It'll be on Trav's channel, Trav's Bookshelf, on January 25th. You definitely want to check that out, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on the 25th. And then, as I mentioned, I am going to be reading or finishing Conan the Conqueror, or otherwise known as The Hour of the Dragon, because this coming Saturday, the 18th, I will be doing a live stream with the fellows at EEBS, or the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. And so you definitely don't want to miss that. And then I am going to have this book read. This is what I'm going to finish this week and do a review on Lando. And I'm going to be diving back into Sherlock Holmes. I'm going to have a Sherlock Holmes tale for you this week. Definitely want to check that out. As well as I'm going to be reading 2 more short stories this week. 2 new authors for Short Story Saturday. One of them a recommendation from Bob at Robert G. Reader of Books. So definitely don't want to miss that as well. In terms of upcoming videos this coming week, it's going to be a busy week. I did say, when I touched about buddy reads, there's going to be quite a bit of buddy reads coming up, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to have another From the Shelf, another book tag, maybe 2. I'm starting to get a lot of book tags, which is a good thing. Another What Are You Reading? As I mentioned, is Sherlock. I'm going to make up for not doing the Why You Should Read Ken Liu, and that's going to be this week. I'll make sure that gets out. Obviously, a book review in the Saturday Shorts, and as well as the live stream. So you don't want to check out, or you don't want to miss the live stream about Conan. So it's going to be a busy week. This is definitely a longer video, as there's just a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Thanks.